Hello everyone, welcome back to the second part of migration tutorial. If you are not familiar with the migration, you can watch my first tutorial where I explained that what is the migration, why we use them, and how we can create and drop our table. So I will add the link in the description. So let's go to the next video, and in this tutorial we will learn about how we can reset our all migration. It means that we will how we can drop our all tables and regenerate them, right? So let's go to this command. It says that migrate reset command will roll back of your all migration, so you can roll back all of your migration. So let's clear this, and let me make this bigger for you. So by entering this command php artisan migrate roll back, you can roll back your migration without mentioning any step. You can roll back your all migration by this command, and other command is reset. So it will roll back all of your migration. It means that rolling back, and our migrations are rolled back. So let's go to the database and refresh this database. So there is no table in the database. So yes, only migration table is there. Why migration table is there? So it's tracking the migration, that's why it's there. So let's go there, how we can create our table again. So there is a command php artisan migrate, so it will execute these all migration, right? Let's hit enter, and it's creating the user table, password, and post table as well as. So let's refresh it, and our all column will be there. So yes, our all columns are created, and our post column post table is there. So it means that we successfully roll back our migration, and then generate our table again. So now the time is to go to the next step. So this section, so the migration refresh command will roll back your migration and then execute to effectively recreate your entire database. So it means that, for example, we created a post table here, and I forgot to add some column in the post table. So now I want to add one or two more column in the database. So how can I add the column in the post table? So there is a two ways. The first one is this php artisan migrate refresh. So let's go to your migration, and this is the post migration. Here I will add our column name. So let me go to at the last. Here I will add a table, and there is a column name is it should be integer, and its name is published. Our post is published or not. So I am assigning it by default value. So there is a helper function which is default. So it means that I want to assign a default value to this column. So I want to make this 0. So if I did not assign this value to this column, so it will add this 0 in the database, right? So this is published. It means that our post is published or not. So how can I add this column? So by entering this command, let's go to the terminal and execute this command php artisan migrate refresh. So it will drop our all migration and recreate them. Refresh, and yes, it's rolling back and generating it again. So yes, our process is finished. Let's go here and give it a refresh, and yes, our post table is there, and it's now added the is published. So if I go here, and it should be an integer. Yes, it's an integer. Now the second method is we can add a column into existing migration by creating new migration. So let's go here and type a command php artisan make migration, and then here we need to specify not create, we need to specify add, because we are adding column into post table, and we need to I want to add a status column here. So let's put a status here, and which table we want to, I want to add it in the post table. And here you need to create a flag here and then type table, and I want to make them in the post table. So let's hit enter, and it says that add it's adding the migration, and yes, our migration is there. Still it's processing, but we can use this migration. So it's define this post table, right? And here we can specify our table, or not table, it's a column. Why I'm forgetting it again. So I want to add a status column in the post table, right? And let's save this one, and let's go to the down method, and here we need to specify this table drop column. Why I'm dropping this? Because if we will run this, we will drop this table, so it will drop this column from the post table, right? So let's save this one and execute the command php artisan migrate, right? Hit enter, and it says migrated, and our table, our column should be added there. Let's refresh, and yes, our column is added at the end of the row. So I want to add this after this is published. How can I do this? Let's go here and put here after, and I want to put this after is published, right? Save this, put this after publish. Here you need to specify the column name, and execute this php artisan migrate refresh. Laravel is a very descriptive method. It means that after, I want to add this after is published. That's great. So php artisan migrate refresh, so it will drop our migration and recreate them again. So let's go to the database and give it a refresh, and it's refreshing the database, and yes, our status is added after this is published. That's great. We added this column in the existing table, and we can also drop this migration. So let's go here and type php artisan migrate rollback, and I want to also specify here steps. We can also specify the migration path, right? So let's go here migrate, and I want to migrate rollback, and here you need to put double flag here and write path and path equal. You need to copy this path from there, right? Rename it and copy the path, and here you need to specify your first database directory and then migrations. Then you need to put here migration name, right? Hit enter, and it's rolling back. It's did not roll back any other migration, it's only roll back this one. So let's go here and give it refresh. So our status column will be disappeared. Yes, it's disappeared, right? We can also generate them by entering php artisan migrate, so it will add the column it again. So php artisan migrate, and it's added again. Let's refresh it, and yes, our column is there. So you can play with the migrations. So it's very easy to use. Now the time is to differentiate between the first one and the second one method by creating new migration and add the column into the existing one. The first method is used when your data is not necessary. You can roll back your table and create them again. So you can use your php artisan migrate refresh method. The other one is used when your database is huge and your data is necessary. You don't want to drop your table, and you don't want to enter your data again into the table. So that's why you will use this add column. So it will add a new column into the existing database, existing table, without affecting the existing data. So that is quite useful when you are working working with a larger database. So I already implemented this in the database where I have a lot of data, which is around 50k. So this is very useful when you have a lot of data. So that's it for this tutorial, and I will meet you in the next one. Thank you.